Jim, you're there on behalf of American Family Radio. You're representing us because we're one of the partners across the country in Christian broadcasting with Operation Christmas Child. That's through Samaritan's Purse, Franklin Graham.
Yes,
is that
sir.
right?
Franklin Graham, Samaritan's Purse.
So you're telling me that these Christmas boxes that everybody participated in, back in November or whenever, they've been shipped now around the world, and one of the places they've been shipped is Peru, and you're there to observe how these are received. Is that right?
Well, I'm here actually to give some out and to meet some of the kids, and we've been passing out some bracelets that say "Be strong and courageous" for the boys. And then, of course, we've been able to literally physically hand out some of the shoe boxes as well. It's incredible. Yesterday afternoon, we were at a church, and the parents had brought their children and then lined up in the back. But we were giving away one of the booklets is called The Best Gift or The Greatest Gift, and, of course, it's talking about Christ. And the parents were hungry to get that literature, perhaps more so than the kids.
Jim, I remember, talking with you before you left and looking ahead to this trip, and you said, Miki, I got to tell you, you said, I'm anxious and I'm anxious. I'm anxious in the truest meaning of that word, meaning that I have some anxiety knowing that I'm going to probably see, some forms of poverty that we are not exposed to in the United States. But then you said, I'm also eager to be there and see the children's faces. Can you describe both of those for us?
Oh, listen, the kids are just incredible. And the church we're in today, one of the things about the churches in America, we would not even begin to think of the churches looking like this, but they have bars around them. And they have the bars around them to protect the people once they're there, but also to keep people out after services. We were in one community yesterday, and it didn't have razor wire, but it had wrought iron spikes. And the pastor told me if they did not have that protection there, that the folks would come literally down from the hills and from the community and take everything out of the church. Not in a dangerous way per se, but just to take and do something else with.
Wow.
Our guide, JP, who is my new best friend, by the way, and also my interpreter, and that's great because Cindy Barnett should be here with us because then she could be our interpreter. But and so it's one of the things that, yes, in answer to the second question, the poverty level is just incredible.
Jim, what do they think about Americans?
Well, I have not had anyone that seemed to harbor the resentment and anger. Every place that we come so far has been prepared for us to come, and the pastors are incredibly grateful. And guys, I have to tell you, yesterday morning we did a distribution trip, and then the pastor took us to his home for lunch and served us lunch. And then they didn't eat with us. But once we got up and got on the small bus that we were on and got ready to leave, then he and his family sat down and ate the leftovers. And guys, when I say the leftovers, I'm not talking about just, as you would think of boxing something up for later. I'm talking about some of the stuff that was on our plates.
Yeah. Jim Stanley.
So that was a real sacrifice for them.
Jim Stanley with American Family Radio on site there in Peru, where they've been handing out, distributing the Christmas shoe boxes that were done in the late fall and now are being sent around the world through Samaritan's Purse, and we really promote that here at American Family Radio, Mickey. So that's the reason that we wanted to send Jim to go down there and watch how they are received. And the reason I asked Jim about Americans is because, here are American Christians coming to Peru to give stuff away with nothing expected in return.
Yeah.
We're not trading here.
That's right.
We're just being a witness for the Lord Jesus Christ through the Samaritan's Purse ministry. Hey, Jim, we got to run. We will talk to you later, guys. My friend. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. God bless.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Peru is, I'm trying to think, I want to say it's in South America. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The very northern part
of South America.
So yeah. South America. But the people, this is a good witness, number one, for Christians.
Yeah.
Around when these things go around the world.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also a good witness for America.
Yeah. Yeah, to see that Christians are involved in this work. You know, I was just thinking as Jim was talking that we make such a drive to get families to stuff shoe boxes, and we think we're kind of just sending Christmas gifts, neat little Christmas gifts, but really I think we're sending a whole lot more. And just hearing that last story that Jim left us with is kind of like a little punch in the gut. You think about, you know, and it's not a knock, you know, we are incredibly blessed in this country, but you think of a pastor inviting a family into their home, they're not waiting until they leave to finish off their plates. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so just the, anyway.
Exactly.
Very clear picture.
You're listening to the radio program Today's Issues on American Family Radio. I'm Tim Wildman with Miki Addison, and joining us right now is author Lee